Today I am talking about how fires affect life in Clark County, Washington. It's not something that is a major concern, but we occasionally are impacted with smoke and ash from fires in Washington, Oregon, and Canada, and Idaho. So it's worth knowing about if you are considering a move to this area. Thank you for watching. I make videos on life and real estate here in Southwest Washington every week. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel and turn the bell on for notifications so that you don't miss a video. If you want to talk about living in this area, in Clark County, Washington, Southwest Washington area, or a potential move to Vancouver, feel free to reach out to me. My phone number and email address are in the header above and also in the description below. Or if you are really chomping at the bit, you can start your home search online on my website, which is searchhomesinvancouverwa.com, and I'm going to put a link to that in the description as well. Back to talking about fires. The number of fires in the western United States has doubled since 1984. The increase in fires is attributed to drought conditions, but it looks like forest management practices are also have a little bit of responsibility here. Forest fire suppression has historically been the goal. Congress had set aside the national forests in the 1890s to guarantee a timber supply and for other uses. Aggressive fire suppression became national policy for the next 80 years, and this changed in the 1970s when foresters demonstrated that policies of aggressive suppression had actually been detrimental to forest health. Preventing forest fires has led to a buildup of decades of fuel. So when fires do occur, the pent-up fuel makes them burn hotter and longer. I find all of this history very interesting, but I'm not gonna deep dive into this right now for the sake of time. I'm gonna link the article on historylink.com below if you wanna do some of your own reading. Fire season in Washington lasts from April through the end of October. We most often see the effects of nearby fires in the late summer, like late August, early fall, when things have been dry for just a really long time. Statewide, we see the majority of fires east of the Cascades. The three largest fires in state history all occurred on the east side, in fact, all in the same county. The three largest fires in Washington state history all occurred since 2014. The Carlton Complex fire in Okanogan County in 2014, the Pearl Hill fire in Okanogan in Douglas County in 2020, and the North Star fire in Okanogan County in 2015. So dry conditions at the end of summer do create a perfect opportunity for fires to break out. However, 80% of fires are started by people. Just locally here in the last couple of years, recent experiences with fire. In 2017, we had a huge fire in the Columbia River Gorge. It was called the Eagle Creek Fire. The fire was started on September 2nd, 2017 by a 15-year-old boy who was lighting off fireworks during a burn ban. The fire continued through the end of October when it was finally stopped by the rain. It really did change the landscape of the gorge along Highway 84 as 6 miles of the highway were affected by the fire with charred trees just lining the road. The smoke was particularly bad in Vancouver. I remember that on the first day of school that year, we had ash just falling down and it was just gray and it was eerie outside. Again, in late summer of 2020, right when we thought things just were not gonna get any worse with COVID and lockdowns and the general weirdness in the world, there was a big fire down in Oregon, the Estacada area, which brought tons of smoke and ash to Vancouver. Almost 500,000 acres burned in what was called the Labor Day fires of 2020, which included the Riverside fire that alone burned 180,000 acres. It was really bad. And that smoke definitely affected us. Everyone was pretty much shut inside. I'd like to point out that here in Vancouver and surrounding suburbs, we don't or have not yet had a massive forest fire that would cause us to evacuate. We mostly just deal with the smoke of other large fires from forest fires in surrounding areas. We get some fires within Vancouver, but no giant forest fires anywhere like what is happening on the east side of Washington state. The effects of wildfires for us are the smoke and being limited to staying inside. In late summer 2020, that Estacada fire, the smoke was so thick that it wasn't even really safe to drive for a day or two. I remember that we were finishing our own home build. It was late August and I was determined to get this house done, but all the subs, they wouldn't show up because obviously it wasn't safe, horrible air quality. And then it also wasn't safe to drive. I myself, in my determination, went to the house to go start cleaning it. And I remember just being in an intersection and seeing the stop sign, already too late. There was no time to stop because the smoke was so thick you couldn't see. That does not happen every summer. That was pretty rare. When fire danger is high, the county will issue a warning and ask people not to do certain activities, such as obviously any burning, mowing dry fields, or parking vehicles in tall grass. Clark Public Utilities may threaten to shut off power if the fire danger gets too high. Haven't seen that happen here in Clark County. When air quality worsens, events and kid activities may get canceled. I can't remember if they have canceled school due to smoke, but I would imagine that it would be a possibility if the air quality was bad enough. Washington State Department of Ecology provides a few resources so you can know what is going on with fires locally. One such resource is a smoke forecast map, so you can get an update on what the levels of smoke are and see projections for the next few days. This is very helpful. This is linked in the description below. You can also check out the Washington Smoke blog to see what's going on with fires. And if you want to see where the fires are, the National Wildfire Coordination Center has an online map that shows you location and size of fires. And I've included links to all of these resources in the description below. Okay, I think that's it for my topic of fires here in Washington State. Honestly, it's something that like maybe a week or two of the year were affected by. I'd say that fire in Estacada in 2020 was the worst one that we've had to deal with in terms of being impacted by the smoke. But living in Clark County, my in-laws used to live out in Chelan, and I remember on that Chelan, Central Washington, so east side of the Cascades, they would have fires that were like, getting close to their house, and it was scary. And I've heard the same thing about California, that you might have fires like coming close to your house. We don't have that here. Yeah, so I mean, don't worry about that. It's just the smoke from the fires as that comes up, mostly on the east side of Washington, Oregon. Occasionally smoke from fires in California will come all the way up here, but that's pretty much it.